Hey guys, it's me, Sylvester the Cat here, and I'm from the likes of the Maxi Toys videos, and welcome to the final video of Mario Party 2. There aren't any extra things I would like to show off, but I was able to show off the ending as well as the credit sequence, and to do that, we must head into the option laboratory. So, that guy right there, the yellow toad, he can delete your data, so stay away from him. The purple toad will be able to show you the actual data files of how much boards you've played, and also how many times you played the boards, and how many characters who won on specific boards, and also some records in certain minigames, and even some records in Driver's Ed. So, yeah, it's self-explanatory for the most part. And also, much like in Mario Party 1, you can able to actually listen to the actual list for the background music, as well as the forms of some sound clips, and especially notable for some sound effects too. So even then though, you can able to listen to some music like Horrorland, or specifically some of the minigame music, and also same applies to, well, just anything else for this point really. It's kind of weird able to actually include Bowser Land and Bowser Parade and a credit sequence in a bonus page, which I think those musics will have to be unlocked, so it's one of pointing out right away. So, in here you can able to listen to some of these sound effects or sound voice clips, as you can tell. And unlike the ones in Mario Party 1, it's all randomized every time when you interact with the parrot. Whereas in here, you can able to actually select those music or voice clips.
So I missed.
Yeah, or we're gonna miss that quote. Yeah, because this is the final time we're gonna be hearing "Oh, I missed" kind of quote for Wario, because otherwise it'll be moved on to Peach until specifically Mario Party 4. But then again, we'll let some toy sales can able to be doing with Mario Party 4 at some point next year. And yeah, time up is actually pretty rare in this game, unlike the ones in Mario Party 1, that is usually common. Anyway, another thing to pointing out is the sound machine, which once again you can able to actually change to stereo or mono if you like, but personally I just go for stereo for the better. And I think that's all there is to say about this for the most part. And let's head into this particular credits machine. And this is actually needs to be unlocked, by the way, and to unlock that, you must able to actually play Bowser Land just once, and that's all there is to know. So yeah, we'll able to actually end things off in terms of Mario Party 2 Let's Play. I will promise you guys about the fact that I've managed to able to actually accomplish my failed attempts for the Mini-Game Coaster, so stay tuned for that. So, in this ending sequence is the fact that obviously this usually happens right after when you finished up with Bowser Land, by the way. And basically, all the crowds are cheering for the main 6 playable characters, including Bowser for some reason. And basically, the entire Mario Land is saved. So, and even then though, we've managed to defeat Bowser by the end of Bowser Land. So, but either way though, that's pretty self-explanatory. The story is pretty simple for the most part, until whenever we get on to Mario Party 3 and onwards, it actually did something a little bit differently. So, at least in terms of story, as far as the actual storytelling, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, you probably get the idea about the forms of the ending sequence. It feels a little bit more simple. Well, at least I honestly don't mind about that at all, because even then though, that's I'll get to my final thoughts of as far as Mario Party 2 goes, that whenever we get onto the credit sequence, which we'll point things out whenever we get into it. So, but either way though, that's all pretty swell I have to say. So even then though, and yeah, because of this though, that today's day is of course the 23rd of December today, in this case in 2020, we already got about 2 days left until specifically Christmas time. And as far as you guys should probably already noticed by this fact, I don't think we can able to upload anything for tomorrow because we actually be waiting for Christmas Day. So it's more important it's one of pointing out for this point, guys. And also because tomorrow is going to be the 10-year anniversary of the release of Mario Party 2 for the Nintendo Wii Virtual Console re-release back in 2010. on the Wii Shop channel, so it might be a perfect opportunity to able to actually just to end this Let's Play off today, during of course the 23rd of December. So yeah, what's my final thoughts of Mario Party 2 compared to the forms of the original Mario Party 1? Overall, I think this is easily without a doubt the best Mario Party game, next to Mario Party 6 and Mario Party 3. Even though some people seem to think that Mario Party 6 was actually overall a better game. But, I'll point things out whenever we get into the... Or actually, I'll let Mickey Mouse be able to point things out whenever he starts to be doing Mario Party 6 during at some point in next year. So, because of that though, overall, this is a really a must-buy game. Even though it might be a bit pricey in terms of, getting the original cartridge form, or especially noticeable if you really want to, like, well, thankfully you can able to actually get this every now and then on the Wii U eShop version, so at least you can able to buy that for a much more cheaper price. Well, at least you can able to actually deal with the faster loading times or anything else like that, so... But oh no, the story itself, as I said before, is pretty simple and self-explanatory, which I honestly don't mind about this at all. And also, during the forms of the actual board themes, I absolutely love them. Well, despite I'm not a big fan of Mystery Land to begin with, due to all the actual gimmicks they're able to put up with, at least the actual theme on that board, it looks really cool. Especially noticeable as like a combination of Egyptians or, historic or something like that, or even Eastern or something like that. I'm not exactly 100% sure, just because I haven't really looked upon that much research of, you know, Mystery Land, because I'm more into the forms of Horror Land as well as Western Land. In fact, I just still really love about the fact that in Horror Land we're able to actually bring back the day and night system until Mario Party 6. Oh, and by the way, this is the Mushroom Genie, by the way. This is what he looks like in this game. Whilst unlike the ones in Mario Party 3 and 4, that he'll be most common with the actual Mushroom Genie himself. And, yeah, that's all there is to know. I would like to able to show you guys the actual magic lamp, how that usually works, but, unfortunately though, it doesn't seem to happen. And also that, technically, we've already did see the Bowser Bomb item twice for the sake of the entire Let's Play so far, so at least we did manage to show you guys about this. And, also, I really love the actual, the mini-games is actually pretty fun as ever, even though there are some exceptions, mainly with the forms of, Lava Tile Isle, as well as, Recommend, and also Sneak and Snore is the most frustration mini-games I actually managed to sit through and managed to play through. But, there are some mini-games I always intend to enjoy, like, Shell Shocked is always a good fun, and is a huge blast. And also Hard Rope Jump is pretty intense as well. In fact, they've managed to bring back some of these mini-games from Mario Party 1, which I certainly appreciate about that stuff. And just make everything else a lot more better than the forms of how it does in the original Mario Party. But also, thankfully, we don't have to deal with the forms of that very irritating analog stick control kind of mini-games. Because let me tell you, that usually gets really painful back then. But thankfully that's no longer the case, because it's been replaced by button mashing games, which overall I don't mind about this particular replacement and all that stuff though. Certainly a lot more better than, you know, rotating the control stick every single second worth noting for. But usually, relatively speaking, that's all there is to know. Also, the graphics themselves are pretty much identically to the forms of how it does it on Mario Party 1, but you know, as I said before, I really love the board themes in this game, because it actually, like, well, in addition to able to make something unique with those board themes, it also did manage to make every single character manage to wear some different costumes for a change, which it's really unique. And, also the soundtrack, oh man, the soundtrack is so good. And, controls-wise, it takes a while to get used to, especially noticeable that, much like in Mario Party 1, that if you try to jump in mid-air, you can't able to actually get, you know, you can't change directions in mid-air most of your time. But hey, at least I'm pretty much, got used to it. So, oh no, it doesn't really, bother me at all. So, and how is the gameplay in Mario Party 2, compared to Mario Party 1? Pretty much, great for the most part, especially thanks to the forms of the introduction to the item system, which actually gives us some bit of strategy involved, But hey, at least I really appreciate it that they're able to actually include items, or likely, specifically, proper items in the Mario Party game, which it'll become stable until the future games, likely in Mario Party 3, all the way up to Super Mario Party, which is the most current Mario Party game released out there. So even then, I certainly appreciate about that specific stuff on the other hand. So, yeah, overall, you should definitely recommend getting this game. Definitely is a lot of fun, and I certainly did manage to able to enjoy this game again. And I'm very grateful that we've managed to able to do a much more, a better version of our Let's Play of Mario Party 2. Because I said this before back in a few parts ago. The sound mixing is pretty bad, and also the commentary feels a bit, well, really off. But at least thankfully it's much more of the improvement over the likes of how it does it from last time though, which I certainly appreciated. So, yeah, that's all I can say about it. The only nitpicking or the only problems I have with the game though is the fact that, well, not every game can be perfect by any means, because there are some things that really tend to bug me off the most. Now with the forms of, well, usually I'm not a big fan of Mystery Land as a board itself, but usually I don't mind the actual theme of it, but the actual gimmick, it just feels a bit off to me. And also the minigame coaster is like, despite how difficult and frustrating minigame coaster can be, but at least I did have a pretty decent time at it, despite there are some amount of failures that I'm gonna able to put it up during at some point by the end of this video. So either way though, which thankfully I did a lot of editing stuff I have to do with at this point. Even though, mind you, the actual failure lists is incomplete, because for whatever reason I somehow missing one of those failure attempts in, let's just say in Lava Tile R for instance. But apart from those aside things though, that I did have a pretty decent run in Minigame Coaster. But either way though, thank you guys so much for watching of our Let's Play of Mario Party 2. I know it's definitely a little bit more funner than the forms of how it does it on Mario Party 1, which I certainly do appreciate about the forms of trying to come back into this. So, but either way though, yeah, that's pretty much what I can say. So this is me, Sylvester the Cat, from the likes of the Maxi Toys videos. And I suppose next up, in terms of the Hudson Soft Mario Party Marathon selections of Let's Plays we're going to be doing with next, up next, it will be Mario Party 3 for the Nintendo 64, the last of the Mario Party game to be released on the Nintendo 64. So I hope you guys may able to be looking forward to able to see that Let's Play in action, not until, like, not that long actually, because we're actually able to decide to do that game during at some point at the very beginning of next year. Just because, you know, we just want to get these upload schedules done before we're able to actually play some of the other games on our own time, mind you. So, but either way though, that's the only thing you might able to be looking forward to. So, even then though, yeah, that's what I can say. So, even then though, hope you guys do enjoy it, and, again, not much else to talk about, which even then though, that, yeah, that's all I can say, honestly. So, even then though, this will happen until the credit sequence ended. And it looks like Toad has actually run straight towards you, and he says, see you, as opposed to the end. So, either way though, hope you guys do enjoy it, and I'll see you guys until soon enough in the future. So I'll see you then. Bye. And by the way, enjoy the fail montage of the Minigame Coaster. So let's bring on some fails.